Hello all and welcome back. So in this video, let us continue our discussion on binary trees, and now let's see how can we take the input of our binary tree. So the basic understanding again is going to be the same. We will not be making those trees every time, right? So we will not be connecting them the way we did in the last video where we added manually the left and the right. The approach is going to be a lot straightforward, and in a way we did it for generic trees, but I still want to make sure that I discuss this so that each and every one of you, if any doubt is there on how to handle operations with binary tree, that is clear. So let's get started. Now, talking about the binary tree and the way I'm going to take the input, let us consider an example. Let's say this is an example, everyone. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and again I have 4 as well here, but the 4 is on left, right? Great. So cool, everyone. Now let us begin. The way we are going to take the input, we have to think of our tree something like this. This is the node, and each and every of these nodes, which are children, are separate sub binary tree. So we can use recursion a lot easily here. So let us see that in practice. Let us create a new function def take input binary tree. Okay. So again, it's not going to take any arguments. We have to first ask for data int input, enter the data for the node. Now again, we will not be asking for the root. The reason is that we will be using recursion. So for the end user, 1 is the root, okay? But 2, 3, all these are not roots. So let me write here as well. Root is this, okay? So great. Again, using the same methodology, if our root or if our data is equals to -1, then we can just return none. Okay, great. Else we have to create a node. So my node can be something like this: binary. Okay, I think we have forget to copy that. Let us copy this basic node, right? So this we will be requiring. Cool. So now I have this copied, everyone. Now we can continue. So binary tree node 1. So till now I have just created a node, and it should not be 1. My bad. So it should be data, right? So it should be data. Now what I have to do, once I have created this particular, I would say whole node, then I have to make sure that I am able to recur or call recursively, okay, for my left and right subtree, right? So all I have to do is node.left, we can have it call take input binary tree. So it's going to return me a binary tree, which I have to add on left. And node.right, it's going to again call this. Now this will make overall, it will work. That is not a problem. Okay, we can see and make it work as well. Just that it will be asking me for this data for the node. And I believe at some point it will become a lot confusing, right? So let me explain what I mean by this particular thing. And again, everyone, please make sure that you focus on these small things. They are a lot helpful in your programming journey. Okay. So let's say if I run this now, I have not called the function. So let me go root is take input binary. And what, oh yeah, that should work. Great. So if I call this now, it is asking me for data of the node. Let's say I enter 1. Okay, 1 second. Let me run this in terminal because we have to give the input this time. Great. So it is asking me for the data of the node. Let's say I enter 1. Now it is saying me again, enter the data for the node. Okay. The problem with this is that, let's say if I enter 2 here. Okay. Then now which data is it talking about? Is it asking me for 3 or 4? I hope you're able to see the problem. Yes, we have used recursion. We are able to call it properly. That is not a problem. Let me just zoom out, everyone. Okay. So you can see the whole code. It is just asking me that enter the data for the node. And I think it's a little problematic, right? Because we are asking for the data, but I'm not sure that, okay, now which data is it asking? Knowing recursion is one thing, but here I believe we could have made our work a lot easy because we have left and right. Okay. So though you will be able to send the input using this particular overall, I would say, function, but the problem is that it is not very intuitive, right? We cannot actually be sure. So let's say if I answer -1, then again it is asking enter the data for the node, then -1. I'm not sure actually. I'm actually not sure that, okay, what exactly is the tree which got made. I have this 1, 2, -1, and then -1, and it got stopped. Okay. So for that, just I can again make sure that I am adding these lines. So F enter the left child of data. Okay. So just I am making sure that I ask in this format, enter the left child, and I can just copy this and say, hey, enter the right child. This is your kind of base case because if it is -1, we are saying that. So what I can do is print enter the binary tree data, right? -1 for no node. Okay. So now it will be a lot clear to my end user that, okay, what exactly am I trying to pass? So let us run this everyone and see if there is any overall correction. So if you're not able to understand, just try to see the last 2-3 minutes again. This is not helping me in any way. If I have these left and right defined, then I should always talk in that terms, right? In the generic tree, we just have children. So we were able to just ask for the node data because no distinction was there like this. Okay, so let me run this again, everyone. 1 second, not this one. Great. So I have to run it from here. Yeah. Cool. So see, it is now saying perfectly. Enter the data. Let me just come out and run it again after clearing everything. Enter the binary data -1 for no node. Enter the data for the node. Let's say I enter 1. It is specific now. Enter the left child of 1. Okay. So left child of 1 I know is 2. Okay. 2. Enter the left child of 2. Okay. 4. Enter the left child of 4. -1. Enter the right child of 4. -1. Enter the right child of 2. Okay. So 2 we have -1. Great. Enter the data for the node. Enter the right child of 1. Okay. So it is asking me for right child of 1 and enter the data for the node. Okay. So right child of 1 is 3. 3. -1 and -1. Okay. So I think our tree is properly made. Just one thing which we missed out here, which we could have, is this print function, right? So what I can do, let me just import it only from binary from binary tree node import print, right? Okay, so the name is 2 point this. So no worries, let me print it, everyone. Let me just use this. Great. And what we can do afterwards, we can just print our binary node with root. Okay, great. So let me give the input again, everyone. Please try to follow properly. See, enter the data for the node. I'm giving the root node. So 1. Left child of 1, 2. Left child of 2. Now again, see, there is a distinction. It is not asking me for first child or enter the child of 2. It is specifically asking the left child. So 4, -1, -1. Enter the right child of 2, -1. Right child of 1, 3. Okay, so this line basically is of our use. Data for the node, left child of 3, -1. Right child of 3, -1. And it seems like left 2, right 3. Okay, so let me check why we are not getting the input properly. Okay, also, it seems that we missed out the recurrence call. So these lines were not there. Print binary, root left and root right. So yeah, once they will be there, of course, we will be able to see the output. So yeah, I hope this is clear. But again, you will see one more problem in this particular input style. That is, uh, again, I should have a recursive knowledge, right? Because this is going in this particular way. Whereas it will be better if I'm able to take the input level wise, just the way we did in our overall generic tree, right? So that is something which we should do. I believe that is a lot better way of taking the input, everyone. So in the next video, let us try to take the input level wise. Just one request, please try to now at your end, just try to implement that function before you see the video. The reason is that we have already done the same in our generic tree. So it should be a lot easy. Okay, cool everyone. So let's meet in the next video.